Hello, this is CMP. Um, I just wanted to inform you on how I view life. I am a adult who is in a wheelchair, and I think that being in a wheelchair is somewhat hard for a person who has to realize that they have to be in a wheelchair because they cannot move the way a regular person moves. And I also feel that God gives you as much as you can bear, and He knows who is strong and He knows who is a weak link. In the sense that, you know, it's not everybody can handle the fact that every day they have to get up and confine themselves to a wheelchair. Like for me, I am a person with spunk. I don't let my wheelchair stop me from doing anything that I want to do. I know that there are limitations, but I try my best to reach for my my goals, and I don't let the wheelchair get in the way of what I want to do. You see, in life, you have to have people around you who is willing to uplift you instead of bring you down. Because being in a wheelchair is hard on a whole. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's easy, but it's not. It's what you make it. Because everyone out there has their trials and tribulations and their problems that they're going through. Some people, you know, you could see it is visible, and other people you can't see it because everyone, God has a plan for everyone. And you know what I want to tell people with physical challenge, that just because you're in a wheelchair does not mean that life comes to an end. Life is what you make it, because life is very sweet and it also can be bitter. If you have a positive outlook, it will be a breeze for you. Because with me being in a chair, like I said before, I do not let anyone get in my way. Yeah, they might tell me, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that," but I want to be the one to prove them wrong, that I can get it done. I might need a little bit more assistance, but I will get it done because I'm going to school right now. I'm almost done with school. I go to college and I'm graduating next year with my degree in organizational management, and that is, I go into businesses and I help the employers and employees figure out ways on how to deal with issues when it comes to personal, and how to separate professionalism and and how to cope with each other on from the standpoint of working relationships with one another. Uh, like I also said earlier, you see, if you have a family that is always there for you, it will be more easier for you to strive in what you're doing, because they're always going to be behind you. But you see, you have people who is always going to sit there and say, "Oh, she's in a wheelchair, so she can't do anything," and you know. But I know the kind of person I am. I'm the kind of person that will try my best to prove people wrong, because I feel that because you're in a wheelchair does not mean that your life is going to come to an end. And I also feel that everyone is on this planet, on this earth for a purpose. And you see, when it comes to having a disability, you have to be very, very positive about it. I mean, it takes time because when you're young, it you feel like your friends are gonna make fun of you. Yes, when you're young, people make fun of you because they don't know what 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 your disability is, and the first thing they do is crack jokes. And I also feel that people with physically challenges or any kind of challenges, I should say, let me broaden that, any kind of challenges should embrace it because you know you can be a blessing to someone out there who is not in your situation but also has a disability but might feel a little bit more down than you are, because this is why I want to start my videos, because you never know who you might reach out there. You know, everybody watches YouTube, and maybe one day somebody might um, come across my video, and I might be able to say something that will touch them and to help them turn around their life, because life does not end. Life is what you make it to be. Life, your life is not something that has a handbook. You know, you have to be happy. If you're not happy within yourself, nobody's gonna be happy for you. I'm just saying that because you see, if I was the kind of person that know I have a disability, I could have been the kind of person that is always down and always, like, why me? Yes, when I was younger, I used to say that, but as I got older, I feel that God knows what He's doing, and I am on this planet for a purpose. I am here for a reason. And people always tell me, oh, I have a story and I should be a motivational speaker, and so this is my avenue of getting my motivational speaking success from doing these YouTube videos. You understand what I'm saying? So you see, it's not everybody that's gonna accept you for who you are. And one thing I want you to remember is that even though you're in a wheelchair, you're still a human being. You are still a part of society. You are beautiful inside and out. You are who God made you to be. And you have to always lift your head up high, walk with a smile, always have a smile on your face, always think positive about yourself and the things you want to accomplish. It will take time, but it will get done if you have that perseverance inside of you. Because, as they say, the race is not for the swift or the strong, it's for those who endure the pain at the end. Because people don't understand, being in a chair does not mean that you can have a good quality of life. Being in a chair means that you just use this as your way of getting around. You know, your chair should not define who you are. You could, I could, you could be sitting in a chair and run a big corporation from your wheelchair. and nobody has to know that, but you can change lives. You just have to live a life that people will respect you and understand you for who you are. Because in life is not a handbook where you say today, oh, I'm gonna turn to this page, and this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. No, you're gonna have bumps and traps in your way. You're gonna have people who are not gonna believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. You understand? So it being in a chair, you have to have a strong belief of who you are and a strong knowing of who you are. Because let me tell you, there a lot of people cannot deal with the fact that they have to be in a chair because they they probably was used to walking. I have never walked a day in my life. They were used to walking, but something happened and they can't cope with the fact, oh yeah, I gotta get up every morning and my legs can't move. So what do you think they do? They give up on life and they feel like their world is crumbling before their eyes. Or let's let's take it a little bit drastic. They might kill themselves. And you always have to remember there is someone out there worse off than you are. You might think your situation is worse, but you will see someone out there who is worse off than you are. Some people cannot talk, some people cannot write, some people cannot tell you, oh, I want to use the bathroom, you know, and do not take anything for granted. Don't do it. I know at times you might be lazy, but you have to realize that life is too precious.